Hey y'all, I'm getting ready to bevel this pick guard. I got, I was routering it out yesterday. I got down when I was working on the spindle sander, fine tuning the edges. Right in here was my last spot on the sander, and I screwed it up. I've got a little gap right there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to live with that or not. I've continued with it. I'm going to finish it up. I'm going to have several choices. I can either live with it, I can make a new pick guard, or I have a plastic welder, which I'm not very experienced with, but and I saw a guy using pick scrapings from the pick guard material and acetone to fill in a crack. But this isn't really a crack; it's less than an eighth of an inch opening right in there. But anyway, I'm going to finish it and see what it looks like. And I figured I'd show you what's going on, how I do this. When you're making your pick guard with the template, you go to bevel it. This router bit right here is top bearing. So that means my template's going to be on the top. Pick guard material will be facing down. Just make sure you get your orientation right. Front or back of the pick guard. If you're doing it the way I'm doing it right here with a top bearing bit, your finished side of your pick guard wants to be facing down. So just keep that in mind. Let's see, what else was I going to tell you about that? Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, and I always use a piece of scrap to get my height set and make sure it's going to work okay. And I think that's going to work. We'll just have to try it and see. So let me get this thing turned on. Maybe it is on. No. All right. Well, here we go. I'm only going to bevel right in here, over to here, and this top side down to here. There's a plate that goes in there, a plate that goes in here. And of course, I'll have rings on the pickups and that little deal that goes in there. Another thing I'm concerned about on this guitar, the way this pickguard fits on top of this bridge post, they screw all the way down, but I don't know, I'm just a little concerned about the way that pickguard sits in there. But the pickguard that came with this, it's the same as the one I'm making, so hopefully it'll work. But we'll make it work no matter what happens. All right, I'm going to start beveling this and see what happens. Let's switch a little closer here. Oh, had it upside down. What a dummy. Why didn't you guys tell me that? Well, so far, it looks like it's going to work. Well, it sure doesn't look like a Fender or a Gibson pickguard. Now I've lost where I'm at. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of sanding when I get done with this thing. Well, I think I can make that work. It's going to take some filing and sanding, and it's not going to be perfect, which I never expected it to be. Let me break this pickguard. Believe me, this is a lot easier than that two-sided tape. I have to use a scraper to get it off with the tape, and it's a bitch. This isn't easy, but it's easier than the tape. You guys are tempting this too. This plastic is full of static, so it sticks to everything. You don't have a grubby old shop like mine, do it outside. That's dangerous. It's off now. All right. Well, let me grab that other little piece that goes down here. I don't know what I did with it. And right in front of me. But you can see, I hope you can see this. That's that little spot right there. That was the last thing I touched on this, was that little spot right there. I was so pissed off. You can see this bevel looks a little janky, but I'll sand all that out. It's looking a lot better than what it does now. But other than that spot, this thing snaps in there real tight. Fits pretty good. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do about that yet. I don't know. I really hate to leave it like that, but man, I hate like hell after all the work I put into this pickguard to make another one. You know, and who's to say if I do make another one, I don't make some other small mistake someplace else. You know? So there's some decisions I'll have to make. What I'm going to do now, though, is go ahead and put the neck on this, get the bridge on it, make sure that I got string clearance, make sure my pickups fit in there. And it's going to have pickup rings, so I don't have to worry about these holes here. And that'll be it for this one, a little short one. And I don't know, that just, man, that pisses me off. Really, really bad. I mean, even without that, it wasn't going to be perfect, but man, that is just, that's a good, close to 1/8 of an inch there. I don't know, I may try to fix it. Just have to wait and see. Whatever I decide to do, I'll film that and let you know what I'm doing on it. Like I said, I don't have any experience of fixing something like that. A couple ideas I'm going to try if I have to, I guess. I'll do some experimenting on some scrap pieces, see what I can come up with. But I'll get the neck on this, just set the bridge, get a couple strings on it, make sure everything's good. Then I'll take it down and start stripping sanding the body down for finish. Get some green filler primer on it, then paint it. I think the next build, I'm either going to do the Les Paul or that Hawkner bass. I've really been looking forward to that Les Paul, so that may be the one I do. I'm going to do some kind of hand rubbed oil on that. I don't know what yet, but definitely not getting any paint. I don't think that Hawkner, I'm not going to paint it either. It'll either be some kind of oil or dye. I thought about doing a sunburst on it. All right, y'all, that'll be it for now. Y'all take care. Deal with it.